And a good portion of this fund is in alternatives. Why does the fund of funds strategy work, and what alternatives in particular are you investing in?
Well, this is a fund of funds that's a little bit different from how a lot of people think about fund of funds. The underlying funds are just strategies that GMO runs in various asset classes around the world. And what we're trying to do is put together the right portfolio for achieving decent real returns. Our goal is to achieve inflation plus 5% in the long run. And among the funds we have to choose from are a couple of different absolute return strategies. We use them when we kind of run out of other stock and bond funds that we're interested in, because these are strategiys that are attempting to get a point or two a year above cash. So they're not exciting strategies, but at a time where stocks are overvalued relative to history and bond yields are pretty low, it makes sense to have some of your money in these kinds of strategies. We think of them as dry powder that we could put to work in whatever asset became cheap if something goes bump in the night somewhere around the world.
Let's talk about that overvaluation that you just mentioned. Are domestic equities overvalued at current levels? Where are equities attractive when you look globally?
Yeah, so it is a problem today trying to find cheap stocks or cheap bonds. The Federal Reserve has had a policy which has been intended to push up the prices of risky assets. They have succeeded. U.S. equity markets are trading well above historic averages in terms of valuations. Their PEs are higher than normal, but what is not quite clear in that is just how expensive the market is, because we've got high PEs on profit margins that are just about the best in history. So we think the U.S. stock market is quite substantially overvalued. We don't think you're getting paid much at all for taking equity risk in most U.S. stocks. We see that particularly on the smaller cap side, where a lot of these stocks are trading at levels even more expensive than they did in 2000.